Okay, so it's been a while since like a video. I've been working on this Paludarium. It's looking pretty good. Everything's starting to balance out. As you can see, it's still a work in progress. Some sliding glass door track has to arrive. It's taking a long time because on Amazon, it was like 25 bucks for a 3-foot piece of plastic, or two 3-foot pieces of plastic. And I didn't want to pay $20 for that, so I looked around and found some other guy selling them or person selling them for like $10, and so I bought his, and $5 shipping. So, you know, I saved at least a little money, but it was kind of ridiculously expensive either way for some sliding glass door track. Either way, I'm waiting on that to arrive, and then the sliding glass doors will be installed, and it'll be pretty much finished. Pretty big tank. This is like a 60-gallon tank. There's a 5-gallon water feature. So I think I've explained this before, but these kind of like island things, they're a part of the filtration system. So you can see in here we've got these little intake ports. There's some coarse sponge there, and then everything flows through there, is filtered by the gravel and charcoal, and then there's a water pump. You can kind of see the T connection. So those are the two intake tubes that lead back in, whatever, it's hard to see, but back in there to the water pump. So yeah, everything looks sick. I have a ton of bromeliads in here, sourced from a few different places. I decided to go with almost exclusively bromeliads in this tank, but a pretty big variety. I have some neoregalias, some that I grew, some that I bought. I have, like, this is a neoregalia green ball. This is I forget what this one is, what the cultivar is. I don't remember what the cultivars of most of them are. But I also have some cooler ones in here. I have some Gudea. I think they used to be a Varesa, but they got moved to the Gudea genus, and I forget the species name. But those are cool. And I got some Bilbergia, one of those. Those are pretty cool. Those are like a little bit less common, and they make these really tall, like, you know, tall tanks or whatever, tall, like, tightly coiled leaves. You can see this one's got some sun damage. It was really beat up, but that's why I got it. I got it for a steal. I got it for like $5. These are usually pretty pricey. And then these guys, I believe these are also, I don't know if these are Achenia or Bilbergia or what, but these I found growing wild. My girlfriend actually found them and showed me the spot, and so I collected some of those. Really pretty. One of the benefits of living in Florida. Then, what else plant-wise? I got some Epidendrum radicans, I think. It's a ground orchid. It's like really common. They grow like weeds. I just stuck it in here. I don't know if it'll live or not, but hey, it's in there, so that's pretty cool. I have another Sarracenia pitcher plant. Again, that was just like a good deal. There's like this nursery right by our house that we go to a lot, and they give us kind of good deals on plants and stuff, especially if you get the raggly ones. And then over here we have a little Helium 4 plant. I think it's going to die. It was looking pretty rough when it arrived, so I got it in here. It's pretty bright. It's down low, so it's cold. It's got a big old light right next to it and also above it, but kind of far above it, hence its placement near the horizontal light. So if it lives, that'd be sick. If it doesn't, I'm not surprised. But if it lives, that would be awesome. I plan to buy at least one more at some point in the future, but they're expensive. It's like, you know, it can be like 50 bucks for, like, on the cheaper end of the spectrum for one plant. And so, like, you know, 50 bucks for one plant, that's a lot of money. So I don't know if I'm going to do that anytime soon. The frogs! The frogs! I'm so excited about the frogs! You can see there's like 3 of them around here. There's 5 total in this tank. This is a group of Epiptobates tricolor Moraspunga, and I know I've said that before, but that was, I mean, I guess you could call it a false ID. They were sold to me as Epiptobates tricolor Moraspunga, and I eventually realized they were not. They were Epiptobates anthonii, Santa Isabel, or I don't really know the exact, you know, locale for sure, but it certainly wasn't tricolor. They had none of the indicative markings of tricolor. I even grabbed one and inspected it. In their kind of like leg pits, they'll have these, they're called flash marks or aposematic spots. They have these bright red spots that are a different shade of red than the rest of them. So I realized they didn't have that, and so I was pretty certain they weren't just kind of a poorly colored tricolor specimen. So after some work, I sourced some true Apiptobates tricolor Morrisponga. I'm really happy. This is a different species. They have different requirements, and they're pretty uncommon in the hobby, mainly just because they are not desirable. People don't know about them. I can't give you a reason. They're gorgeous little frogs. You can see. If I can give them. Stunning frogs, actually, in my opinion. I really think they're pretty. They do good in groups. They have a beautiful call, unlike some of the other species that don't have such a nice call. So yeah, a little bit underrepresented. So I'm pretty happy to have these. I hope to, I hope that this is a breeding group. I already have one in here trying to call, and these are little froglets. And so yeah, I'm really excited. So this is the start of a new journey. I sold my last tank. It was kind of just a proof of concept for this tank. After I realized, I wanted to get actual Morrisponga, I used that tank to sort of test a lot of theories about frogs, paludariums, maintenance, etc. And that allowed me to create this much more aesthetically pleasing tank, using the same sort of concepts I have made this. So I'm really happy, really excited for things to come. You can see I've already got a bunch of new growth. I don't know, in one of my other videos, some guy in the comments, he was like, oh, I work for zoos, and your Bromeliads are going to die any second now. And your frogs are going to die too. So, and, my zoo knowledge is what tells me that. So, a zoo man told me all my shit was going to die. I'm sorry for the cursing, but he told me all my stuff was going to die. So, I'll let you guys know when it all dies. But for right now, it looks like it's doing pretty good. We'll see what happens.